The emergency room buzzer pierced the air like a scream, pulling Dr. Xerxes Harlan from his brief moment of respite. It was their 5th anniversary, and he'd promised Jamie they'd celebrate with a quiet dinner at their favorite spot in Greenwich Village. But as the clock struck midnight, Xerxes was elbow-deep in sutures, stitching up a car accident victim, while Jamie's calls went unanswered, his heart fracturing in the silence of their empty apartment. Xerxes finally stumbled home at dawn, his scrubs stained with the night's chaos, expecting to find Jamie curled up on the couch, maybe a bit annoyed but forgiving as always. Instead, the door swung open to an eerie quiet, the kind that echoes louder than noise. Jamie's side of the closet was bare, his sketchbooks gone from the living room table, and a single note lay on the kitchen counter. "I can't wait anymore. Goodbye, Xerxes." His world tilted. Xerxes's hands trembled as he read it again, the words blurring through sudden tears. Jamie, the man who'd brought color to his grayscale life, had vanished without a trace. No forwarded address, no explanation beyond those 7 words. Xerxes sank to the floor, the weight of his choices crashing down. Years of prioritizing patience over promises, hiding their relationship from his conservative family in Texas, always one emergency away from truly committing. By noon, Xerxes was pacing the apartment, dialing Jamie's number obsessively, only to hear the disconnected tone. He scrolled through their photos. Lazy Sundays in Central Park, stolen kisses in dimly lit bars, Jamie's laughter lighting up the screen. How had it come to this? Xerxes remembered the first time they met, at a charity art gala where Jamie's paintings captured the raw emotion of urban isolation. Xerxes, fresh out of residency, had been drawn to him like a moth to flame, their conversation flowing into a night that changed everything. But life as an ER doctor in New York City didn't allow for fairy tales. Shifts stretched into marathons, leaving Jamie to fend off loneliness with his art. Xerxes had seen the signs, the distant stares, the unfinished canvases, but he'd brushed them aside, assuring himself that love could wait. Now, with Jamie gone, the apartment felt like a tomb, every corner whispering accusations. Desperation kicked in. Xerxes called mutual friends, but no one had heard from Jamie. "He seemed off last week," one said. "Mentioned feeling invisible." Invisible. The word stabbed. Xerxes grabbed his keys and headed to Jamie's studio in Brooklyn, hoping for clues. The landlord shrugged. "He cleared out yesterday, paid up and left. Said something about starting over." Starting over? Without him? Xerxes's mind raced through possibilities. Had Jamie met someone else? Was this revenge for the missed anniversaries? Or deeper, the unspoken resentments building like storm clouds? Back home, Xerxes unearthed an old letter from his mother, reminding him of family expectations. A wife, kids, the Harlan legacy. He'd never come out to them, fearing rejection, and that fear had seeped into his life with Jamie, keeping their love in shadows. As evening fell, Xerxes sat at his desk, staring at Jamie's last text. "Happy anniversary, love. See you soon." Unread until now. Guilt gnawed at him. He needed answers, but where to start? A knock at the door jolted him. Maybe Jamie had returned. But it was his sister, Emily, in town unexpectedly. "Xerxes, you look like hell. What's wrong?" He hesitated, the truth lodged in his throat. Emily was the only family member who suspected, but admitting it meant facing the chasm between his worlds. "Jamie left," he blurted. Her eyes widened, then softened. "The artist guy? Oh, Xerxes, tell me everything." Over coffee, Xerxes poured out the story from their meeting to the note. Emily listened, her face a mask of empathy. "You've been hiding this for years. Mom and Dad would flip, but you can't live like this. Go find him. Fight for it." Inspired, Xerxes decided to track Jamie's phone through a friend in tech, but ethics screamed no. Instead, he remembered Jamie's dream of exhibiting in San Francisco. Maybe he'd gone west. But doubt crept in. Was chasing him an act of love or selfishness? The night stretched long, Xerxes tossing in bed, replaying every missed moment, the price of his ambition glaring. The next day, Xerxes took a rare day off, scouring social media. Jamie's profiles were deleted, a digital erasure. Panic rose. What if something happened? He filed a missing person report, but the officer was dismissive. Adults can leave, Doc. No signs of foul play. Frustrated, Xerxes visited Jamie's gallery contact. He pulled his pieces last minute, the curator said. Said personal reasons. Looked heartbroken. Heartbroken by him. Xerxes's chest tightened. He wandered the streets, memories assaulting him. Their first fight over Xerxes's workaholism. Jamie's plea for more time. Xerxes's promises unkept. The days blurred into a haze of regret and determination. Xerxes couldn't focus at work. Every patient reminded him of the lives he saved at the cost of his own. Colleagues noticed, "You okay, Harlan?" But he waved them off. Inside, turmoil brewed. He hired a private investigator, Max, a grizzled vet with a no-nonsense vibe. Boyfriends vanishing? Common in the city, Max grunted. Give me details. Xerxes shared everything, omitting only the depth of his family's disapproval. Max nodded. I'll dig. Meantime, check his haunts. Xerxes did, revisiting cafes and parks where they'd shared secrets. At their favorite bench in Washington Square Park, he sat watching couples envy biting deep. A street artist sketched nearby, reminding him of Jamie's talent, wasted waiting for him. Max called 2 days later. Found a lead. Jamie booked a flight to Chicago. Family there. Xerxes's heart leaped. Jamie's estranged parents lived in the suburbs, conservative folks who'd disowned him after he came out in college. Jamie rarely spoke of them, the pain too raw. He went home? Why? Beats me, Max said. Want me to tail? Xerxes agreed, but doubt nagged. Invading privacy, another betrayal? He booked his own ticket, telling the hospital it was a family emergency. Ironic, since his real family was the issue. Landing in Chicago, the wind whipped cold, mirroring his mood. Xerxes rented a car, driving to the address Max provided. The house was modest, picket fence pristine, a facade of normalcy. He parked across the street, watching. Hours passed. No sign of Jamie. As dusk fell, a light flicked on. There, Jamie, silhouette in the window, arguing with an older man, presumably his father. Xerxes's pulse raced. He approached, knocking firmly. The door opened to Mr. Thompson, face stern. Can I help you? I'm looking for Jamie. I'm a friend. Suspicion flickered. Jamie appeared behind, eyes widening in shock. Xerxes? What the hell? They stepped outside, tension thick. You left without a word, Xerxes accused. I thought something happened. Jamie's gaze hardened. Something did. You happened. Or rather, didn't. 5 years, Xerxes, and I'm still your secret. The words landed like punches. Xerxes reached for him, but Jamie pulled away. My parents called. Dad's sick, cancer. They want reconciliation, but only if I straighten up. I came to say goodbye properly, but seeing them, it reminded me of us. Hiding, pretending. Xerxes flinched. I love you. I'll change. Jamie laughed bitterly. Like you changed for our anniversary? Or the dozen dates canceled? Silence stretched. Go home, Xerxes. This is my mess. But Xerxes stayed, booking a hotel nearby. That night, he reflected on his own family. His father, a Texas oil man, preached traditional values. His mother, church pillar, prayed for his settling down. Coming out would shatter them or him. Yet Jamie's disappearance forced the mirror. His fear had eroded their bond. Next morning, Xerxes returned. Jamie's mother answered, polite but wary. He's not here. Left early. Panic again. A note on his car. Don't follow. Let me go. Defeated, Xerxes drove aimlessly, ending at Lake Michigan. Waves crashed, echoing his inner storm. Calling Emily, he confessed everything. I'm gay, and I lost him because I couldn't say it. She sighed. I knew. Mom and Dad might surprise you. But first, fix this. Inspired, Xerxes tracked Jamie to a downtown cafe via social media slip, a friend's post. Confrontation brewed. Jamie sat alone, sketching. "You don't quit," he said wearily as Xerxes approached. "I can't keep being your shadow, Xerxes. Your job, your family, they come first." Xerxes sat, voice low. "Not anymore. I'll tell them. About us." Jamie's eyes searched his. Words are cheap, but a spark lingered. They talked hours, unraveling hurts. Jamie's abandonment issues from his parents, Xerxes's perfectionism from his. As night fell, Jamie softened. "Stay for dinner? My folks want to meet my friend." The dinner was tense. Mr. Thompson grilled Xerxes about his career, approving nods for the doctor title. Mrs. Thompson fussed, but undercurrents swirled. When Jamie mentioned their close friendship, his father snorted. "Close? In New York? Watch yourself, son." Xerxes's blood boiled. "Actually, sir, Jamie and I are more than friends. We're partners." The table froze. Jamie stared, shocked. Mr. Thompson's face reddened. "What? You're one of them?" The slur hung. Chaos erupted. Accusations flew. Jamie's parents blaming Xerxes for corrupting their son. Jamie defended, but the damage was done. As they left, Jamie whispered, "Why now, Xerxes?" "Because losing you hurts more than their judgment." Back at the hotel, they argued. "You outed us without asking." Jamie yelled, "That's my family, Xerxes. And you're mine." "I couldn't lie anymore." Tears flowed, embraces followed, but trust cracked. Jamie decided to stay in Chicago longer. Process. Xerxes flew home, the price of his impulsiveness clear. A wedge deeper. At work, distractions mounted. A critical patient coded under his watch, shaken focus blamed. The hospital mandated leave. Alone, Xerxes pondered. Was honesty worth the fallout? Leave stretched endless, giving Xerxes time to brood. He attended therapy, a first unpacking layers of denial. "Your identity's tied to saving others," the therapist said. "But who saves you?" The question haunted. Xerxes journaled, reliving moments with Jamie. Their road trip to the Hamptons, whispers of forever under stars. Now, forever seemed fractured. Jamie texted sporadically, "Dad's chemo starts. Complicated." Xerxes replied supportively, but distance grew. He confided in colleagues, coming out piecemeal. Reactions varied. Support from some, awkward silences from others. One nurse, openly gay, shared stories of societal pushback. "It's a fight, but worth it." Emboldened, Xerxes called his parents. "Mom, Dad, I need to tell you something." Heart pounding, he spilled. Gay, in love with Jamie, the disappearance, the chase. Silence, then his father's gruff. "Son, this ain't what we expected." His mother cried, "We love you, but pray you'll find the right path." Disappointment stung, but no disownment. Relief mixed with sorrow. Emily mediated calls, bridging gaps. "They're from another era," she said. "Give time." Meanwhile, Max updated. Jamie was volunteering at a Chicago LGBTQ center, perhaps finding purpose. Xerxes smiled bitterly, Jamie's growth without him. Jealousy flickered, then guilt. Had his secrecy stifled Jamie? A bombshell dropped. Jamie's father passed suddenly, complications from cancer. Xerxes flew back immediately. At the funeral, tension palpable. Jamie, red-eyed, hugged him tightly. "You came. Always." Post-service, family gathered. Relatives whispered about that friend from New York. Jamie's uncle confronted. "You're the reason he strayed." Xerxes stood firm. "Love isn't straying." Jamie pulled him aside. "Thanks, but this isn't your battle." Grieving, Jamie opened up. "Dad apologized before dying. Said he regretted pushing me away." Tears fell. "But it doesn't erase the years." They walked Chicago streets, sharing vulnerabilities. Xerxes admitted his work addiction stemmed from proving worth to his family, masking his sexuality. Intimacy rebuilt tentatively. They spent nights talking, not touching boundaries of past hurts. But society intruded. A homophobic remark at a diner, stares in public. Jamie flinched. This is why I hid too. Back in New York, Xerxes advocated at work for LGBTQ inclusivity training, channeling pain into action. But Jamie hesitated returning. I need space to figure me out. Xerxes nodded, heartbroken. Take it. But no, I wait. Months passed. Xerxes dated casually, testing waters, but comparisons loomed. One night, a setup with a lawyer ended awkwardly. Too polished. No spark like Jamie's fire. Then, betrayal's shadow. A friend mentioned seeing Jamie in Chicago with another man, cozy at a bar. Xerxes's world spun. He confronted via call. Is it true? Jamie sighed. It was a date. Nothing more. We're on break, right? Break? Xerxes hadn't defined it. Anger surged. After everything? Jamie, you outed us to my family, pushed me into this. Defenses rose, accusations flew. Maybe we're toxic, Jamie said. Call ended in tears. Xerxes spiraled, questioning choices. Had chasing Jamie been right, or selfish imposition? Therapy helped. Love requires sacrifice, but not self-erasure. Reconciliation attempt. Xerxes drove to Chicago unannounced. Found Jamie at the center, leading a support group. Waiting outside, he overheard Jamie. I loved someone who couldn't fully love me back. Hiding hurts more than leaving. Crushed, Xerxes left without speaking. Back home, he threw himself into activism, joining pride events, facing public scrutiny. Media picked up. Gay doctor's journey. His parents saw, called. We're trying to understand, his father said gruffly. Jamie's returned surprised. Knocking at Xerxes's door months later. I missed you. They talked Dawn Ward, dissecting betrayals. Jamie's date a rebound. Xerxes's outing a desperate act. Forgiveness tentative, but hope glimmered. Yet, mending wasn't linear. Arguments resurfaced. Xerxes's long hours, Jamie's independence. They sought couples therapy, unpacking societal pressures, how gay couples navigate visibility in a judgmental world. A turning point. Xerxes's hospital hosted a fundraiser. He invited Jamie publicly as his partner. On stage, Xerxes shared their story anonymized, highlighting love's resilience against odds. Applause thundered, but backlash followed. Anonymous hate mail, a patient's refusal of treatment. The price? Professional strain but personal growth. Jamie's art flourished, exhibitions themed on identity and loss. Equality became their mantra, but reality tested it. Xerxes cut shifts, prioritizing date nights. Jamie compromised, moving back to New York, but tensions from Chicago lingered. Family dinners loomed, Xerxes's parents visiting. The visit was a minefield. His father, stoic, shook Jamie's hand stiffly. Mother hugged tentatively. Over dinner, topics skirted work, weather. Then, inevitably, so, how'd you meet? Jamie shared the gala story, charm disarming. But his father probed, plan on kids? Marriage? Xerxes interjected, Dad, we're taking it slow. Eyes rolled. In my day, men settled proper. Jamie bristled. Proper's subjective, sir. Debate ensued, tradition versus progress. His mother mediated. We want Xerxes happy. By end, uneasy truce. Post-visit, Xerxes and Jamie debriefed. They tried, Jamie conceded. More than mine. Jamie's mother had reached out post-funeral, sporadic calls rebuilding. But scars remained. Society's grind war. A denied apartment application, subtle discrimination at Jamie's gallery. They think we're risky tenants, Jamie fumed. Xerxes rallied, contacting advocates. Victory small but empowering. Moral dilemmas arose. A patient, teen struggling with sexuality, confided in Xerxes. Echoing his youth, Xerxes advised resources, but hospital policy limited. He pushed boundaries, risking reprimand. Worth it, he told Jamie. Can't stay silent. Jamie's exhibition opened, pieces raw with their story. Abstracts of hidden love, betrayal's shadows. Critics raved, but one review stung. Overly dramatic, pandering to queer tropes. Jamie shrugged, but doubt seeded. Betrayal struck again. Xerxes' ex-colleague, jealous of his advocacy spotlight, leaked personal details to tabloids. Headlines: ER hero's secret gay life. Hospital scrambled. Xerxes faced HR. Keep personal out of work. He fought. It's who I am. Public outcry mixed. Support rallies, hate online. Jamie stood by, but strain showed. This is the price? A heated argument. Jamie accused Xerxes of seeking martyrdom. Xerxes countered Jamie's withdrawal. Reconciliation in vulnerability. A weekend getaway to the Catskills. Nature soothed. Talks deepened. I feared losing you to your fears, Jamie admitted. Xerxes. And I pushed too hard. They recommitted. Rings exchanged privately, symbols not legal yet. Back, challenges mounted. Xerxes' promotion jeopardized by scandal. He considered quitting, starting a clinic for underserved LGBTQ patients. Jamie encouraged, "You're calling." Family rift widened. His father emailed disapproval of flaunting. Xerxes responded firmly, "This is me, accept or not." Silence followed, then a call. "We're proud of your work, son. The rest, working on." Jamie's mother visited, surprising. Awkward at first, but bonds formed over shared grief. "I regret so much," she confessed. Jamie forgave partially, healing incremental. A twist. Jamie discovered old letters from Xerxes' youth, hidden fears penned. "You were scared too." Xerxes nodded. "Always, but you made me brave." High-stakes decision. Xerxes testified at a state hearing on LGBTQ rights in healthcare. Exposure total, threats ensued. Bodyguard advised, but they persevered. In therapy, they confronted moral ambiguities. Was Xerxes' outing justified? Jamie's date forgivable? Conclusions gray, growth in acceptance. As exhibition toured, Jamie faced plagiarism accusations from a rival, false but damaging. Xerxes supported legally, uncovering the rival's homophobic motives. Victory cleared Jamie's name, but trust in industry shaken. Their love evolved. Less hidden, more public. Pride parade. Hand in hand. Symbol of triumph. But whispers persisted. Society's judgment a constant hum. A shocking revelation. Jamie had considered suicide during their break. Loneliness overwhelming. "Your chase saved me." Xerxes wept, realizing depths of damage. They volunteered together at shelters, paying forward. But work pulled Xerxes. A mass casualty event, him at forefront. Jamie waited anxiously, roles reversed. Post-event, exhausted embrace. "I get it now," Jamie said. "Your job's part of you." Balance struck, but at cost. Missed moments, accumulated stress. The proposal hung in the air, gallery buzzing. Jamie's yes was tearful, embrace sealing. But euphoria faded into logistics. Wedding plans amid chaos. Families involved. Xerxes' parents attending reluctantly. Jamie's mother supportive. Father absent in death. Pre-wedding jitters amplified conflicts. Xerxes' work intensified with a promotion. Ironically, after scandal boosted his profile as advocate. Jamie's career soared. Tours pulling him away. Distance bred insecurity. Late nights, unanswered texts echoing past. A betrayal unearthed. During their break, Jamie's date had been more. A kiss, confessed now. "I was lost." Xerxes reeled, trust shattered. "Why now?" Jamie, guilt. "Can't start married with lies." Forgiveness debated in therapy. Xerxes grappled with hypocrisy, his own secrets once. "We both erred." Reconciliation slow, premarital counseling mandatory. Societal pushback. Venue cancellations citing values, forcing alternatives. Media frenzy. Gay doctors' wedding drama. They leaned on community, strength in solidarity. Family dynamics shifted. Xerxes' father arrived early. Awkward talks. "I don't understand, but I see your happiness." A breakthrough, hugs exchanged. Jamie's mother bonded with Xerxes's, shared stories bridging gaps. Moral quandary. Invite homophobic relatives? They did, selectively. One uncle's no-show hurt, but others surprised with acceptance. Wedding prep revealed inner turmoils. Xerxes's fear of failure, Jamie's abandonment issues. Vows written raw, promising presence over perfection. A crisis. Xerxes's clinic funding cut due to conservative donors. He fought publicly, rallies organized. Jamie joined, art auctioned for cause. Victory partial, but unity solidified. Post-win, they honeymooned briefly in Hawaii, paradise contrasting struggles. Talks of adoption surfaced, dreams of family, but realities daunt. Legal hurdles, societal bias. Back, life normalized-ish. Xerxes balanced work, Jamie's exhibits. But a shadow. Anonymous threats escalating to vandalism at home. Police involved, fear gripping. Investigation revealed a disgruntled ex-patient's family. Homophobia fueled. Arrest made but trauma lingered. Is this our life? Jamie asked. Xerxes. We choose to fight. Awakening. They authored a book, Hidden Hearts. A Gay Love in America. Sharing story. Bestseller but backlash. Doxing, protests. Price paid. Privacy lost, but impact gained. Letters from struggling youth. Personal toll. Xerxes's health suffered. Stress-induced migraines. Jamie's creativity waned under pressure. They paused, reevaluating. Scale back advocacy? Decision. Continue, but smarter. Hired security, selective engagements. A twist. Emily announced pregnancy, asking them as godparents. Family integration deepened. As wedding neared, final conflict, Jamie's doubt. After everything, are we rushing? Xerxes. No. We're ready because of everything. Rehearsal dinner tense, toasts revealing growth. Xerxes's father admitting change, Jamie's mother praising resilience. Wedding day, vows exchanged under New York sky, friends cheering. But in quiet, Xerxes pondered costs, lost anonymity, strained relations. Post-wedding, honeymoon revelations. Jamie admitted considering leaving again pre-proposal. Your strength pulled me back. Xerxes. Hours. Return to routine but evolved, shared calendars, therapy ongoing. Surrogacy talks intensified, moral maze navigated. Agencies vetted but biases emerged. Some reluctant for gay couples. They persisted, selecting ethically. Meanwhile, book tour grueling. Xerxes fielded questions on work-life balance. Jamie on artistic integrity. A panel debate turned heated. Opponent argued traditional families best. Xerxes countered data, but personal attacks stung. Home, they decompressed, love anchoring. But a scandal. Leaked clinic records, privacy breach. Xerxes suspected internal sabotage. Investigation confirming a bigoted staffer. Fired but damage done, patients wary. Rebuilding trust, Xerxes reflected on journey. From hidden love to public figures. Price steep. Friendships lost. Family strained. But gains immense. Authenticity. Impact. Jamie's new series, Fractured Vows. Exploring commitment's fragility. Opening night, Xerxes's speech. Love isn't easy, especially ours. But it's real. A family crisis. Xerxes's mother ill, hospitalization. He flew to Texas, Jamie joining. Bedside, revelations. I always knew, son. Feared for you. Tears, acceptance full. Recovery bonded them. Back, surrogacy progressed. Embryo created, surrogate implanted. Waiting anxious, ultrasounds hopeful. Societal wave. Supreme Court ruling on LGBTQ rights. Their story cited in amicus briefs. Pride mixed with fear, backlash potential. Personal awakening. Therapy uncovered Xerxes's savior complex. Jamie's dependency fears. Growth continuous. A betrayal's echo. Old flame contacted Jamie, stirring doubts. Rejected firmly, but honesty tested, told Xerxes immediately. Trust strengthened. Child's birth neared. Preparations frantic. Nursery painted. Names debated. Labor Day, hospital, surrogate strong. Baby boy arrived, cries filling room. Holding him, tears. Welcome, little one. Parenthood transformed. Sleepless nights, joys immense. But challenges. Daycare discrimination, addressed legally. Years blurred. Toddler milestones, family visits normalized. Xerxes' parents doted. Jamie's mother visited often. Career evolutions. Xerxes headed LGBTQ health initiative. Jamie taught art therapy. Reflecting anniversaries. The missed one, a turning point, celebrated now with gratitude. Story's arc. From shock to resolution, costs paid in pain, rewards in love. But was hiding their love initially the right choice, or did it only prolong inevitable hurt?